I've been in this hobby for almost 20 years now. I've got a dedicated painting space, I've got hundreds of unpainted miniatures, I've got more paints and products than I know what to do with. So why do I keep avoiding painting miniatures? We'll have a chat after this.
Pickle jar, miniatures, excellent.
Hi guys, my name's Josh and welcome to the Pickle Jar. Now, I bet you sat there thinking, what's he on about? He don't paint miniatures. He paints miniatures all the time. And yes, you'd be right, I do. But there's a caveat to that. There's certain things that I avoid painting. To give you guys some context here, I recently started keeping track of my miniatures horde. I've been adding a large portion of my unpainted miniatures to this database, but I've still got loads to go and loads that need adding on when I find the time. Now, what I noticed when I was going through all my boxes of various models is that I don't paint things in the order that I buy them. What I mean by this is that there are some models that I got recently and like within the last week or so that I have either already finished or that I've already started working on. Whereas I've also got miniatures from ages and ages ago, like multiple years ago, that are still sat in the boxes, not built, not touched. I was intrigued by why I hadn't painted a lot of these projects yet and ended up coming to the conclusion that I'm scared to paint them. I know that sounds bizarre, but bear with me. What I mean when I say that I'm scared to paint them is that there's certain miniatures that you just build up in your head for whatever reason and you're just worried about doing a bad job on it and that stops you from even starting. So why do I build up certain miniatures in my mind and not others? Well, I can narrow it down to 3 reasons. The first is easy. It's the cost of the model. Now, I'm not a wealthy man, don't get me wrong, I'm not destitute, but when I'm coming to buying miniatures, I only have a limited budget, and this means that I'll worry about doing a poor paint job on an expensive model, because in my eyes, that's then a bit of a waste of money. Now, the rational part of my brain knows that having a miniature and not painting it at all and just leave it in a drawer and in a box is also a waste of money. But we're not dealing with the rational part of my brain. We're dealing with the irrational part. I could always as well spray it over, strip the model and start again. But again, irrational part here. So the first reason is cost. The second reason then is sentimental value. A lot of the cool models that I have laying around have been bought as gifts for birthdays or Christmases or whatever. I've got an awesome Necron character that Alfie got me last year for my birthday. It's still in its box, not being built. The model that you see me painting here in today's video, the Loom Boss on Cave Squig, was bought for my last birthday last year. Now, because these things have been bought for me as gifts, I want to do a brilliant job painting these up so that I can show them off to the people that bought them for me. And in my head, if I don't do a brilliant job, they're going to be disappointed and be like, that was a waste. I don't know, again, it's totally ridiculous, but once again, irrational part here. Hi. Finally, the third reason why I avoid painting miniatures is because of the style of the miniature. What I mean by this is how familiar I am with the range. Space Marines, easy, I've painted hundreds of them. Necrons, not a problem. Anything else from Games Workshop, easy peasy, I know their style and I know what the product feels like. But take a smaller third-party company that makes metal miniatures in a different style and suddenly you're completely out of your depth. Random miniatures are an unknown quantity if you rely on painting from the same company and the same models over and over again. So every now and then it's a good idea to just try something different, try something new, because that helps you stretch your painting muscles, helps you to work on new techniques and new styles, and stops you being afraid to try painting other things. So what can we do to get past these issues and get our models painted? The answer is surprisingly simple. We just need to paint. Believe in your own abilities, practice the techniques and styles that you're not as confident with, and work on a variety of models from different ranges. The only way to get over the anxiety of doing a bad paint job is to just keep practicing and keep going, and eventually you'll get there. We're all on our own journeys in the miniatures hobby, and we all take different paths to essentially the same destination. We all want to get better at painting. The only difference is which path it is that you'll take to get there. This one's been a little bit different, more of a look at what sort of goes on in my mind when I'm picking new projects, but it's something that I'm sure a lot of us here can relate to, so I hope it has been helpful. If you did enjoy the video, then leaving a like and a comment down below really helps us out here with the algorithm on YouTube. And if you want to help support the channel, there are links down below for our affiliate links, and if you want to see more of me, I live stream here on the Pickle Jar every Wednesday evening at 8 PM. That's all from me, and I'll see you next week with another video.